Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sara Starby and I am here to talk about the new moon and the shift that we are in with the Human Design New Rave year. And you are very welcome to join me along. I find this very interesting to study. And I am also gonna say, which I'm going to remind you, which has really been good for me to know and understand and remind myself off and off. Can you see that? Is that I'm not going to do like a whole introduction of like who I am, but it could be good to know through what kind of lens I am viewing the world. As some of you guys know that know human design, there's very many layers to this, but what could be good to know is that I am a self-projecting projector. I'm a 4-1, and I am having my head, ajna, throat, and G center defined. I've got the channel of awareness and the channel of the alpha. I was going to say, maybe you could guess it all, but I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, we're gonna look through the lens of human design, what's going on right now in the cosmos. I'm not even gonna try to remember everything I said in the Swedish version. I'm just gonna try to go with whatever is happening here right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen with you. We're gonna go through here. Share. And so we are right now. Some of you might know, some of you might not know, is that the sun has been flooding us with the energy from gate 60, the gate of limitation, which this gate I find to say so much about what the lessons of what human design really can bring us, like the gift of accepting the limitations of being you and what you are all about, and what it is to be in form. A limitation is all about that. It's about to show you who you are, where you are, and how you are right exactly now. So this is an energy that can really help you to get really honest with yourself about all of that, because then we are stepping into gate 41, which I'm also is born into, and I've tried to get my head around this energy a long time. And I've listened to Ra over and over again. I've also tried to sit with it myself. I listened to Richard Rudd a lot. I'm so thankful to both Ra and Richard for all of their wisdom of this energy, and which has led me to gain more of an understanding of it. But this is such a subtle energy that I don't know if you could, it's so hard to like describe. And also I guess I can see how it shines through in I've seen how this energy shines through in my life, and that's the most important thing, is that you just see these energies when they come, when you see in life. It's a different way of just sitting and talking about it technically, but it's also a help, right? Because it does open up the doors for you to see those things. And I really find that, or that's why I love human design. Okay, so we're gonna yeah, so I said, okay, so yeah, so this is where we've been now before the shift is gonna take place. So the shift is taking place from acceptance where you are right now, understanding everything that you are, understanding yourself, you're not self-understanding. And this is also why I wanted to also like present myself and who I am, so you understand what lens I might be looking through, because we all influence each other and we all get influenced by things. And what I love about human design is that it can really show you how you easily get manipulated, or how you easily can feel into other energies that is really easy to be mistaken for being yours. And that's my main focus with human design. Or that's what is the main focus, I guess, with human design, is to really, it can really be a help of you understanding all of this with yourself. So you understand what is you and what isn't you, so you don't have to, so you understand when you can let something flood you, but also not take it personally, and for you to stand in your own power, and all of these things. Okay, so being in the 60, this is also then, so the sun has been here, and this is also where the new moon is going to come in. So the new moon is going to present itself in gate 60 as well. So there's a lot of like, even if you are aware of these energies or not, this is what we are getting flooded with. So it can be really helpful to look at if you have any of these activations in your human design chart, because that's going to affect you in a certain way. You want to see if you do not have these energies activated in human design chart, because then it will affect you in different ways. It will all affect us in different ways depending on who you are. So this is all happening before we're stepping into the shift, the new rave year. And also what's happening with that is that the moon is traveling into gate 41, the initiator codon, before, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this one soon, before the sun goes into the 41st energy. And when the sun enters the 41st energy, we are in the 19th with the moon. So I just wanted to bring that with you when we're going to look at the shift. So here is the shift. This is the new rave year. So the new rave year always happens in the 41st energy. The 41st energy is a collective energy, and I'm going to take now the example from Richard Rudd when he explains it in the Gene Keys. I think it's a really beautiful explanation, because like all of these energies is correlated to an amino acid. And the 41st is not. The 41st energy is an initiator codon. So whatever cell you are dealing with, there is an initiated codon for it to function, to work, to do what it's supposed to do, and that's the 41st energy. So it's form. It's not a form. It's a dream and it's a fantasy. If you really want to look at it from the human design perspective. So the whole human experience is through this whole channel, this whole energy that moves here. So we're starting in the 41st energy. And I'm going to come to it. I thought it was really beautiful that we have the 58 with us also when we get initiated into the new cycle, because we're in the 41. And so the 41, here lays the initiated codon for the desire for something. So the desire lies in the 30. So this is like what you get born into human life. This is the human experimental life cycle. So the energy for a desire, for an experience, okay, that's all here. And then we have the energy of inexperience. And here in the 35, we have the energy of experience. For you guys that know human design, you see that this is an emotional wave. So the human experience is an energy in motion. It's a wave of hope to pain. And this is what human design has been such a help. And I'm so grateful for it, because it's taught me to understand and look at emotions in a very objective way, which has helped me in my self-development a lot. And I think also just to see this wave, just by knowing that, has just been like, wow, okay, I see things a little bit more clearly now. So this is the human experience, and we have a lot of these activations activated when we are initiated into this new rave cycle, which I find really beautiful. And we also have this channel here, which is also an emotional channel. Here, the channel of synthesis, and this is a tribal wave, and is the moon is activated in the gate 19, and 19 is the gate of sensitivity. It can really feel into basic needs. So that's with you. And then we have gate 49, which is activated in Venus. So this is where your values lies. And this 49 is a lot about values as well. I'd find, maybe not like gate 50, but it's like values in who and what is important to you. Who's your tribe. And there's a lot of focus on this right now, also if you look at the nodes, because there's like the nodes is like the scene where all of this is playing out, where everything we're seeing right now collectively, this is like the scene, the theme of the scene. And the gate 44 it's a lot about karmic relationship. This is about the fractal. So we all have a certain fractal that we are connected to. And the 24 is the gate of return. So I find there's a beautiful time. There's a scene of like really being able to like hone in and see who's actually on your fractal line, like who's important to you, who's what's going through in your guys' relationship. Can you see who's with you and for you? Even though like you might feel like you are in a cycle now where you feel maybe very alone and a little bit like retreated from the outside world. Even though you know your allies, you know who's with you, you know who's walking the path with you. Wow, okay, this is actually something I brought up in the Swedish version, so I'm gonna talk about that here now as well, because gate 60 is in the individual circuitry, because now I'm talking about a lot about the collective and the tribe. But gate 60, where the sun has been flooding us with energy, it's in a individual circuitry. And the individual circuitry, if you got a lot of individual circuitry in your design, you are a force, you are like a pattern disturber, or how do you say that? You're a pattern disturber, like you come in and you disturb the pattern, and you are supposed to be this way. There's nothing wrong with you. But what's inherently encoded in the individual circuitry is this energy of melancholy, which, if not channeled properly, can really lead to depressive seasons. And this is something that I've learned, and this is also what human design has taught me all about. How to deal with all of that and how to look at it in a very objective way, which is just really, really helpful. And gate 60, as you see, is in a individual gate, so in an individual channel. So that could be really good to have with you now because whatever you might be going through now is to know that melancholy is like a source for creativity, but it's really easy to have that go into the present season if it's not channeled correctly. And I'm speaking also because I'm a person that have a lot of activations in my root center, and my root center is undefined. So there's like dormant gates hanging there for me. And if you don't know and understand how to channel the energy from the root center in a correct way for you, it can get really it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. Yes, I want you to have that with you also, whatever's like being active for you this week. It's like a way of showing you where you still like, where's your energy? What is your energy? Can you accept for yourself for who you are and what you are? I think I'm bringing this up with the individual circuitry now as well, because when I was talking about maybe you're feeling like you're a little bit alone, maybe you're exploring these sides of you, because I find individual circuitry to question themselves a lot, me included, of like, why is it always like this? Why does this always have to happen? Blah, 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 blah. Well, you're just going to have to accept yourself that you are a disruptive force, and it's a fucking superpower, okay? To be this way. You're coming in to question, you're coming in to be a force that gets other people to not question themselves in a bad way, but to like, you're coming in to like shake things up a bit, like to see who's strong, who's real, can you be honest in your structure? Are you honest in your structure? Okay, that's what individual circuitry like challenges. That's what I love about it. That's what I've come to realize and love about it, and also found a new level of love for myself with that. So yeah, I'm just saying, if you got a lot of individual circuitry in your design, embrace that and love that about yourself, because you're amazing. Everybody's amazing in their own unique way. Okay, so what I wanted to say, and this is also what I found to be very beautiful about the having the gate 58 with us in this initiation, because this is the gate of the vital life force energy, like the vitality, the joy. It's also like, because it's easy to have a distorted desire for something, especially now when also gate 36 is activated in Neptune. Like there can be a lot of illusions to fall victim to right now, which we're not supposed to fall victim to, where we can look at the world for what it is. There is a certain play that is playing out, but can you stay grounded with your energy within all of this and still trust like in your spirit? And you know what I found so freaking amazing also with this initiation into this cycle year is that it's this is where the energy is moving towards. It's not moving toward the spleen center, that's about survival. It's moving into the spirit. We are getting more and more aware of our spirit. Can we be patient with it? Patience. There's a lot of patience in the emotional channels, the hope and pain wave. Can we be patient with ourselves? Can we be patient of our spirit? Can we activate our spirit into the experience that you came here for? All of that is really a beautiful initiation right now. And we have Uranus in gate 2, which I had a really interesting conversation about today out on my walk. I'm not going to go into detail about that now, but gate 2 is about your direction as well. So you got a little bit of a help of that. Remember, again, I'm going to say again, to not fall victim to it. You can see what it's coming in and showering you with, but no one understands what is you and what is outside of you. Yeah. We also have gate Pluto in gate 60. Remember that. I don't know when the shift. We'll figure that out on the way once we're heading into this cycle year. You can also have a look at your own. What's this? Have a look at your own chart and see what's affected for you. Like, is there any educational channels like gets activated for you into this cycle? I'm gonna have a look at my birthday's on 25th. I'm gonna see what kind of channels I am getting initiated into. There's gonna be a big focus. This is what's gonna be the theme for my birthday, but also this is gonna be the theme. There's cycles and cycles and cycles, you know. Very fascinating. So that you can also look at for yourself. Look how it's affected in you. What else can we bring into this? Saturn. I remember I was talking about Saturn also in a Swedish video. Saturn. There's a lot of activations in Aquarius. 49, 19 Aquarius gates, 30 Aquarius, 41 Aquarius, 60 is Aquarius and Capricorn, 58 Capricorn. Yeah, so Saturn, I thought, yeah, that was the thing I was said before as well about the desire. Like, there's an energy that we get initiated to that can really, if you're clear about yourself and where you are and who you are and all of this right now, and accept yourself for where you are, there's a beautiful energy that can really, like, Saturn can be can really punish you if you're not in your correct direction, or if you're not correct with yourself. And can be a great like helper if you are correct with yourself. So I think it's really fascinating because the 41, as I said, that's like, no, the 30, that's where Saturn is then when we're going into the new cycle. The 30 is having this desire for an experience. It might not be fully aware of what, or you might be. And I love that the 58 is activated in this whole thing, because it's, as I said, it's really it's easy to get distorted in the illusions of what you desire. But this can really help you to get maybe a little bit clearer on that. And having the initiated codon on the 41st, channeling us into that, I think, yeah, have a look out for what Saturn is activating for you. That's also just what I wanted to bring you or illuminate in this reading. Okay, I'm happy with this. Thank you so much for being here and listening, and please like and subscribe, and please share this video if you think it's helpful and you think that someone could benefit from listening to this. I would really much appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon again. Okay, goodbye.